Okay, clearly this is not gonna work. Alright, so I redesigned the cart, made the back end a lot more narrow so it can fit in between the legs of the cherry picker. That's not sketchy at all. Not at all. That was fun. Alright, we're finally gonna start working on the horizontal shaper that I found months and months ago at the scrapyard. I paid like 60 bucks for this thing, and ever since I bought it, it's been a paperweight just sitting in my garage, taking up space. But we're finally gonna try and restore this thing, get it back to good working order so we can actually use this thing. Now, I'm not really sure about the year of this, but there are a couple tags on here. One of them says the Pratt & Whitney Company, Makers, Hartford, Connecticut, and the other one says H. Leach Machinery Company, Machine Tools and Motors, 295 Dryer Street, Providence, Rhode Island. So one of those is probably where this thing was made. The other one's probably where this thing was used in a factory or a machine shop somewhere. So I think that's pretty cool. This has probably been sitting outside for months and months because almost everything is rusted shut. Nothing moves on here except the clapper box. This kind of moves a little bit if you force it, and the internals still move, but the head is rusted shut, the table's rusted shut. These don't really move at all. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to disassemble everything, get off all this old chipping paint, get off all the rust, restore all the ways to where this thing can actually move again, and try to make it to where we can actually use this machine.
Check.
Alright, so I was almost able to get everything off. The only thing that wouldn't come off is this giant gear on the inside. It's press fit onto an axle, and I tried hammering the crap out of it, trying to get it off. It wouldn't budge. You could see a bunch of hammer marks where the previous owner tried to get that thing off. I don't want to break it, so let's just leave it in there. Let's leave it alone. I'll clean around it and clean it while it's in there. So I did break something, unfortunately. The good thing it's only cosmetic. I broke this I think this is like a cast steel bushing, but then it has a brass bushing on the inside. So it's I just broke some of the flanges on the outside trying to get this thing off. So, bit unfortunate, but at least it's not super critical. It's merely cosmetic. I kept the pieces that broke off. I'm gonna super glue them back on before painting this, just so it looks like I didn't break it. But now, because this thing's not really a high priority with video-wise, with getting this thing finished and working, I just need to continue with other videos, with other projects. So I'm probably just gonna put this thing in the corner and work on it here and there throughout the next couple weeks. And I'm not gonna film it with this camera, at least. I need this camera for the other projects. So once this thing is fully cleaned and get all the rust off of it, all the paint off of here, as well as the other pieces, I'll show you guys painting this and then hopefully reassembly. Alright, we finally finished cleaning everything, getting all the rust off, and generally just, cleaning up everything. We also painted everything that we want to paint, so I think it's finally time to start working on reassembly of this machine. Now, I will admit, I did disassemble this thing over 3 weeks ago, so I may have a little bit of a hard time remembering where everything goes. I'm looking at some of this stuff, and it's like, I have no idea where some of this stuff goes, but I'll be able to figure it out. It just may take me a little while. Oh, look at this thing. Oh, wow. Doesn't move as far back as forward as I thought it would, but I just probably need to adjust something. Alright, so this is the tool holder clapper box looking thing. I'm not really sure exactly what you call this, but basically this fits in the clapper box. And you take your washer, slide it over here, and take your high-speed steel that you're using for this machine, stick it in here, and then this bolt bolts everything in place and locks everything down and keeps it from moving. Now, when I bought this machine, this was snapped off in here, and I was able to get it out, but unfortunately, I'm not able to figure out what thread pitch this was. It's some weird thread pitch. I have no idea what it is. I have a bucket of bolts over there. Nothing in there will work. I took this to Tractor Supply this morning, and they didn't have anything that will replace this broken bolt. So unfortunately, I'm not really able to replace this. So to solve this issue, I simply made a new one. This took me a couple hours last night. I made the hole in the middle a little bit bigger, so therefore 1/2 inch high-speed steel will fit in there. I bought a bunch of these for this machine, and the 1/2 inch was not able to fit in the old one, so this kind of solves 2 issues. So, and I also tapped it to fit just bolts you find at Tractor Supply. So this was just a lot easier of an option just to make a new one than trying to modify this one or trying to go to multiple different stores to try and find a bolt that'll match this. It's just a lot easier just to make a new one. Alright, I want to say this thing's like 90% finished. We still have a couple things we need to do here and there, like we need to finish this handle and install the electric motor, install the pulley system, so therefore this thing moves on its own, install the chuck that I bought for this thing, and now I kind of wanted to do that in this video, but I kind of have been working on this thing for over a month now. I have filled up like 2 memory cards just working on this video. That's over 10 hours of footage just with the footage alone, so I somehow need to compress that down to less than 20 minutes. So I think let's save finalizing this thing for the next video of this project and start working on it, because I kind of need to start working on other stuff. The reverse trike's kind of been sitting here for a good while in pieces. Need to start working on reassembling that thing. Now I know the ways on this kind of seemed like in really bad condition. That kind of made me really nervous in the beginning with trying to restore this thing, but once I cleaned the rust off of them, they seemed in perfect shape. This thing moves perfectly freely. There's no binding anywhere. There's no scraping on anything. The table moves back and forth perfectly freely. It's, you know, feels smooth. The table moves up and down. There's a handle under here for some reason. Kind of weird place for a handle, but I guess there didn't really have any other place to put it. We still have a couple of things we need to finalize. Like we need to, you know, finish this. The whole thing was bent really bad. I tried to bend it back as best I could, but we still need to also bend the handle back. So this thing seems to be all in good working condition, which is awesome. Can't wait to see this thing in action, seeing it move and seeing this thing, you know, make its first chips. Can't wait for that, but that's gonna have to be for the next video of this project. So for now, I gotta end this video here. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see ya in the next video. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I'm going to get this thing on here. The legs aren't spread enough apart to just roll this thing underneath it. Have an idea. It's a little sketchy, but let's try it. Okay, now let it down a little bit. Can you? That'd be awesome. Please help. No? Okay. I got it on my own, I guess. I'm tired of doing shit by myself. I'd move the camera right now so you can see what I'm doing, but I'm kind of juggling a 400-pound thing over my head. So, bear with me with this. Trying my best. Trying not to kill myself in the process. Okay, this is sketchy, but oh boy. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to somehow. Okay, this is stupid, but I have no other choice. Here goes nothing. Okay, let it down a little bit more. Oh, this is so stupid! Oh, this is... Okay, let it down. Let it down a little. Oh, it'd be awesome if I had some help right now. Just let it down, let it down. Try not to drop this thing. Let's see if I can pivot this up now. Oh my gosh. This thing moved. Don't do that. My lord, this is stupid. And you guys wonder why I've been postponing working on this thing. It's because I can't move it. Okay, I need to reevaluate some stuff before I continue.